Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another at-home workout by Flatbush CrossFit. Today we're bringing you a workout called Hannah Banana. This is 18 minutes of 3 movements, starting off with 10 strict toes to bar, 20 alternating dumbbell power snatches, and 60 double unders. Now this 18 minutes of work is going to be all about finding a consistent breakup strategy. 18 minutes is not a short time to move around, so we want to think about how we would break up those reps if we're tired at the end of the workout, and think about starting off like that so we get that nice consistent flow throughout. Now, if the strict toes to bar component, if you're lacking equipment, the non-equipment variation today is going to be very similar, but rather than the strict toes to bar, what you're going to be doing is an exercise called a toe raise, which we're going to demo for you shortly. Now, after that toe raise, which can also actually be a great scale, so if you actually do have a pull-up bar and for whatever reason hanging on the bar is uncomfortable, or you can only do it for so long, or the movement itself is just very challenging, this is going to serve as an excellent variation for this movement over here. So if that's something you're lacking, certainly consider doing that toe raise variation. Now, if you don't have a dumbbell, what you can do is work with an odd object today, and we're going to be taking it off the ground, bringing it up to our shoulder, very similar to what we've done in the past. And then finally finishing it off once again with 60 double unders. Now, if double unders are a little bit aggressive for you today, 2 things that we can do. Number 1, we can perform 90 single unders. Number 2, if that jump rope's still a little bit aggressive, or even if you don't have a jump rope, dot hops. We've done them in the past, very challenging. It's not as simple as it looks. Going to really have a lot of coordination involved in terms of moving back and forth. So get ready. We've got 18 minutes of fun, hard work ahead of us. We'll see you at the warm-up. So for our warm-up, we're going to need either our dumbbell that we're going to be using in the workout or the odd object that we're going to be using. Today, Michelle's going to be using the med ball. I'm going to be using the dumbbell. A good indicator of your dumbbell weight today should be something that you would typically use in maybe your open workouts, or when we program these typically in class where we're doing high volume dumbbell snatches. That's the type of weight that you should be looking at. Now we're going to be going for 5 rounds of 5 bootstrap stretches, 10 up downs, and 15 dumbbell deadlifts or odd object deadlifts. So whichever one you're going to do, we're just going to perform 15 reps that way. Now, taking a little bit of a step away from our weighted object, we're going to start off with a bootstrap stretch. What's going to happen here, we're going to reach our palms down and grab the top of our shoes. So let's reach down, we're going to grab the top. From here, we're going to sit into the bottom of the squat, pulling our chest up. Holding onto our shoes, we're going to lift our hips as high as we can, feeling that nice stretch in the back of the legs, and then back down. That's 1. Now let's go again. Good. Stand up. Shake it out. Now going for that up down, we're going to place those hands on the floor in front of the feet. Jump the feet back into the top of the push-up. Jump them in. Stand up and do it again. Let's go for 10 reps. Excellent. Let's get our weighted object here. Now we can alternate rounds, whichever hand we do, or we can go half the reps on one arm, half the reps on the other, if you're performing that dumbbell variation. Otherwise, if you've got your odd object, it's 15 consecutive reps. So let's get a nice strong setup here. Chest is going to be over the object, back is nice and flat, and let's go 15 reps. Good job. Let's put that one back down. Back to the strap. Up and let's do it. Down, and up, let's go. Right to the deadlift. Third round, let's get in position. Up there, let's do it.
Stimulating musical tracks. I thought I was just gonna come out tonight and get a brew and relax, but no. When you the party starter, it's like you won't call, you what the doctor orders. It's like you gotta block the border to the door and shock them when it's boring. Get on the floor. It's the Riverside bomber. Might get my vest tight strapped to my chest like I'ma run up in the party, holler and be like, oh, fulfilling my calling. Big Will, that's my name. Writing rhymes, that's my game. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. Look, just write your number right next to your name, girl. No, I'm the party starter. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning. Oh, I'm the party starter. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning. He was raised in the days when the roof was raised and every rap occasion new and amazing. The back up the stages, amazed and gazing, praying for the day they would one day praise him. Studied the ways of the game and made it. Came through the maze and the haze and played it. Perfect days any perfect.
Now if you're on that dumbbell and you're doing One arm per set. You can go about half on this side, maybe 8 on one side, 7 on the other.
It came to the show and something uncaged. Like the Pope of this party crusade, I'm like praise that's never gonna fade, you heard? I'm like 23s on an Escalade. Throw me into the rave like you threw a grenade. Boom! No, I'm the party starter. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning. Oh, I'm the party starter. You might have a good time, but we party hard. So tell the DJ to play my song and we can dance all night to the early morning.
Get a little drink. We're going to go into movements. All right, first things first, we're going to go over the non-equipment variation of this workout. So if you don't have a pull-up bar, you don't have a dumbbell, you're working with that odd object, what we're going to perform instead of the strict toes to bar is the toe raise. So let's lay down on the floor with your feet pointed at the wall in that direction. Now you're going to have your odd object right behind you, and you're going to hold on to it to anchor yourself down. From this position, as we're laying down, we want to keep our feet squeezed together, heels squeezed, toes squeezed, knees squeezed. We should really be feeling a nice amount of tension going through our legs here. What Michelle's going to do, she's going to pull her knees into her chest and shoot her feet up to the sky. As she lowers down, she's keeping those legs straight, controlling herself back to the ground. This is meant to be a tough, strict ab exercise, so the tighter and straighter we keep those legs, the harder this is going to be. Let's just get 2 more reps here. Notice how the hips come down before the legs. They stay straight, nice and controlled. Now I want you to show me one variation where we're not in control, those legs are just flopping down. Yeah, if that's what we're looking like, that's going to be a little too aggressive. So what I want you to do instead of that, pull those knees into your chest and slowly extend them outward and down. So if going up is really difficult to control them, we're going to bring the knees in, push them away, and slowly bring them back to the ground. Now, moving on. Odd object to shoulder. So we're going to have our odd object here. Just like how we practiced on the deadlift, we're going to get into that nice, strong setup position. So the weight's going to be between the legs, chest is covering the object, hands are going to be placed at the sides of the object. So let's get into setup position, Michelle. Michelle's going to stand up nice and hard with the ball and then pull it up to her shoulder. Once that ball touches your shoulder, we're going to bring it down to our hip and back down to the floor. 20 alternating reps. Now lastly, let's put that ball down. The dot hop. What we set up over here is 4 dots. How wide and how far apart you set this up is really based on your height. Your height, how long your legs are. Michelle's got long legs. She's not a small person. So we've got to set this up at somewhat of a challenging distance for her. She's going to start with her feet on the back 2 dots. 1 foot at a time, she's going to step forward, touching the dots, stepping back, touching the dots. Forward and back is 1. We're going to try to stay light on our toes here and get quick feet as we're moving. Good job, Michelle. Golf clap. Now, to the equipment variation. The strict toes to bar. We're going to be hanging on the bar, just how we did on the toe raise, feet squeezed together, legs locked out, toes pointed. We're going to pull those knees up, those toes up to the bar. So it's going to look something like this. In that dead hang, pointing those toes, lifting up and controlling back down. Now, if that is a little aggressive with straight legs, another variation we can perform is pulling the knees to our chest first, balling up, and then bringing those toes to the bar. So I'm going to show a little bit of a slower variation so we can see how that's broken up. So I'm going to bring those knees to my chest. From here, pull myself up to the bar and get my toes to touch. If those two are still a little bit difficult, other alternatives that we can do, raising those legs as high as we can. So giving ourselves an imaginary target that should be above our hips. So if you're bringing it up anywhere below hip level, we might want to consider adjusting the variation. So what that's going to look like, just bringing it up to an imaginary target, right up and back down. And that's what my standard is going to be for the workout. If that's still difficult, we can perform a strict knee raise. If any of those are still too challenging for us, we may want to consider moving to the toe raise as our variation. Now, going on to the dumbbell snatch. We're alternating hands here, getting that weight from the ground up overhead in one smooth motion. What this is going to look like, one hand grabs the weight, the opposite arm is off of my body. Just like I perform the deadlift, I'm going to stand up first before allowing that arm to come up and pull that weight overhead. So it's going to look like this. Right up and overhead. I'm going to bring it down to the ground, switch hands, right up overhead. Now, if it's a little difficult getting the weight up, we can perform this as a power snatch. So as I land, I'm going to land in a partial squat, dipping under the weight. So it's going to look something like this. Knees are bent, then I come up. That's going to kind of save my arms in this exercise. Bring the weight down, same thing, and up. If you're comfortable with this movement, you're a little bit of a ninja with the dumbbell, we can hand off on the way down and start to move a little bit quicker. But if we're new to this movement, bring it down to the ground, switch hands, and set up from there. Lastly, the double under. On the double under, every time we jump, that rope is going to be going under us twice. I like starting with 1 or 2 single unders just to establish my rhythm before I go into this movement. Once again, if you're a little bit of a ninja and you can go right into those double unders, that's fine. But a couple things we want to think about here. Elbows tight to the body. Hands have a nice relaxed grip with the ends of the handles. This is going to allow our wrists to do the work rather than our arms. So a good way that we can practice, start with a couple of single unders as you're warming, maybe 30 seconds of singles, and then go into 30 seconds of doubles. So it's going to allow you to just establish that rhythm. So here we're going to notice mulligan. So here we're going to notice as I'm jumping, getting that nice rhythm, and then I'm going to go into the double. Keeping those hands tight to the body, slightly in front. If the double's aggressive, 90 singles. If that's a challenge, go to the dot hops. All right? Don't hold yourself back here. Let's have some fun with this workout. So as we mentioned earlier, when we approach this workout, this is going to be about pacing. How we would break this workout up in the later portions when you're tired is how we want to consider starting this. We don't want to go all hot and heavy and then take any unnecessary breaks in the workout. So find that steady pace, break up those toes to bar intentionally in the beginning, and as we start getting more fatigued, we're going to find that we'll be a lot more consistent throughout. Same goes for the double unders. If 60 is a bit aggressive for you, maybe 2 sets, 30 and 30, just to kind of shake it out a little bit and keep that consistency going throughout. Remember, this is 18 minutes of 10, 20, and 60. All right? We'll see you on the other side. Starting in 10.
it up, pump it up. And I don't see no block, so try to top it off, top it off. And you can never stop me, no, I got him tough, I got him tough. Yeah. No one above me, so try to top me off.
I have the sickest fascination with assassination, fast and patient, blasting every human as a gassination. It's just a dose of what you'll get when I test you closer. Roast the best like a pest, resting in a testarossa. Mess your nose up and rip it furthest. Yeah, I'm never nervous. Every service happens to have weapons in your epidermis. Promise my rhymes is always twisted like a dancing curvis. And I'm on purpose, hot and cold like a fancy thermos. Blank determines this, that it's fun to be a mental twist. Handle this out on my dental, venting on my mentalist. Scandal on the random list, I vandal fundamentalist. I candle it for those who listen, gentle instrumentalist. When my soul release, you can mimic me, go please. Lyrically, I'm so fat that I'm clinically obese. And gimmicks will hold these tracks, typically in cold peace. I'm breaking a fig and I'm shaking a snake, so
let's
please.
go. I got it on the block, so see me pump it up, pump it up. And I don't see no block, so try to top it off, top it off. And you can never stop me, no, I got him tough, I got him tough. No one above me, so try to top me
I'm
off.
like Malibu. Your bull is fully multi-valuable. My words will catapult and capable just like a caliber. Reactor powerful, blasting your cheese. Why don't you care to bully character calico, passing more trees than caribou. Life is just a riddle in middle, looking for little Italy like griddle 80 could settle, sucking a fiddle, stuck in committal. If 2S they tell you no, you better pause, cause these bitches don't wanna fuck you like they're walking through on menopause. When I boss, I'm ill like cancer. I'll have another pill, a deal, another round, sir. A flicker, I'm absurd, and spill the ouncer. Exert on security and kill the bouncer. The more I drink, the more results in me not walking straight like my core is Elton. I just drank a bottle of vodka like Boris Yeltsin. And oh my god, I think the floor is melting.
I got it on the block, so see me pump it up, pump it up. And I don't see no block, so try to top it off, top it off. And you can never stop me, no, I got him tough, I got him tough. No one above me, so try to top
Just
me
let me
off.
smack it for spectacular, smack it for the immaculate. Evacuate you hardly, some garlic up in a Dracula. You suck it, I gotta back you up. Hop in a step and becoming a villain. I'm feeling the glow with the flow. I be killing dirty, I vacuum up. I hold heavy bars like I was full of roids. Blank, the only time you'll see me still is in Polaroids. I murder fakes in front of fakes. Your ecstasy kill as I step on your head and mush your brain like an ecstasy pill. Suburbians trying next to be hood, while you're just being based on corny like Mexican food. Blank is a dick when he's polysyllabic. You fuck with me once and fall into celibate. I'm deep with the vocals like Diesel Vince Holmes, but I can put a hole on the bottom of your ride like Flintstones. The ones that love me probably hate me too, cause I'm too sick like Somalian waiting rooms.
Let's go! I got it on the block, so see me pump it up, pump it up. And I don't see no block, so try to top it off, top it off. And you can never stop me, no, I got him tough, I got him tough. No one above me, so try to top me off. I got it on the block, so see me pump it up, pump it up. And I don't see no block, so try to top it off, top it off. And you can never stop me, no, I got him tough, I got him tough. No one above me, so try to top me off.
When I go in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling I can't play enemy. Bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner. Keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. When I come in the arena. arena. Make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock on the enemy. Bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner. Keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. When I come in the arena. Let's go.
Dominoes, steadily the dominoes, the armor so cold blood, yeah, it's time to go, we bust down every door till we get that victory from enemies, the energy, every beat can't finish me, and let's show that we stronger, if we die, then we die with honor, so let's breathe into them, them cannons when they run away like stars, breathe into them, you get the same on you, come in the tiger, me from down me head, we shall not retreat till we get the glory, never back down, they gon' hear the story. Down the generations, it's gonna keep our soul free. Never show mercy, ain't no soldier worthy. Can't no weapon hurt me, y'all gon' have to curse me. Marching with 1,000 feet, all my soldiers serve me. Ain't no weapon when we step in, no kiddies concern me. Oh, we will not retreat till we get the glory.
nigga gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna
Perfect! Good job. Whew.
Right on the buzzer.
Good work. High foot. Oh, get a drink. We're gonna loosen up. Great work. We're gonna take some time stretching out a little bit now. We've got a nice weekend ahead of us. So with everything that we just did in that workout, core and calves definitely took quite a bit of a beating. So we're gonna start off transitioning to a down dog position, and we're gonna perform a foot pedal. We're going to bend one knee, driving the other heel into the ground. We're going to take a second or two in each position and alternate legs. Keeping our hands in push-up position, we're going to relax our hips and we're going to press ourselves up into a seal stretch. If you're having trouble straightening up your arms, it's okay if you keep them bent. As you take an inhale, try to reach the top of your head to the sky. Exhale, relax your hips. Let them sink down. Here, we're going to push ourselves back into a child's pose. But what we're going to do from here is we are actually going to open up our legs to a little bit of a frog position. Keeping our hips between our knees, we're going to let them sink to the floor and reach those arms straight out in front. We should be feeling a nice stretch in our hips and groin area here. With every inhale, reach those fingers further forward. Exhale, let your hips sink deeper to the ground. Nice and easy. Let's bring ourselves back up to all fours. Take your time getting out of that position. Hips should be feeling a little wobbly after that. And what we're going to do from here, step our left foot forward, bringing ourselves into a lunge position. We're going to get a nice deep breath, reaching our arms overhead. Right hand is going to grab the left wrist, and we're going to pull to the right side. Relax. We're going to take our right elbow, place it on top of our left knee. We're going to bring our hands together. And we're going to push our palms into each other, driving that elbow into our knee, allowing us to turn. Nice and easy, just relax. We're going to switch feet. Bring that right foot up, left foot behind. With a nice deep breath, we're going to reach those hands overhead. Left hand grab the right wrist, pull to your left side. As we inhale, try to reach the arms straighter. As we exhale, pull a little deeper. that left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Palms together. We're going to push and turn. Seat now. Opening up our legs into a straddle position. What we want to make sure that we're doing here is keeping our legs straight and our toes pointing up. So if you have difficulty going wide and your legs are bending as a result, just bring them in a little bit and just make sure you're keeping them straight as wide as you're capable of going. What we're going to do now is place those hands out on the floor in front of us, and we're just going to walk our fingertips as far forward as we can. Up. We're going to slowly shake out our legs, allowing them to come back in front. We're going to bring ourselves into a cross-legged position. Excellent work today. Hope you enjoyed this workout. Get some rest, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the time with your family. Happy holidays, and big smiles. Take care, everyone.